Hey there, welcome aboard The Dang Good Show. I'm your host, Christine Dang, but you can call me C Dang. That's what my friends do. And you're all my friends here. We're launching into 2024 with some serious style and a whole lot of heart. Today's episode is all about a topic that's super dear to me. It's about being the most authentic version of you. That's right, we're ringing in the new year with a bang and a mission. New year, true you, embracing authenticity in 2024. Are you geared up to join me on this incredible journey to authenticity? Just picture this episode as a warm, heart-to-heart chat where we'll explore and celebrate everything that makes you, well, you. So grab your favorite pen and paper, or hey, your phone works too. I totally get it if you're not the note-taking enthusiast like me, and let's get ready to jump into some real talk and genuine discovery. Here we go. Understanding authenticity. Let's get real for a moment. What does it truly mean to be authentic? To be unapologetically you? Dr. Brené Brown, who's pretty much my hero, says authenticity is about shedding the skin of who we think we should be and fully embracing who we really are. Let me repeat that. Authenticity is about shedding the skin of who we think we should be and fully embracing who we really are. It's not just a concept. It's living true to our values, beliefs, and emotions. Can you imagine the freedom of being 100% you? Just picture it. I think it can be pretty liberating, right? But the big question is, how do we actually get there? As the last days of 2023 were ticking away, I found myself deep in thought about what matters most to me. Authenticity, I realized, begins with understanding and owning our values. Take mine, for instance. Honesty, kindness, respect, compassion, fairness, courage, self-awareness, the list goes on. My life revolves around these values, including my family and friends, and staying honest in all I do. At least I try to. There's this amazing sense of alignment where my actions mirror these values. It's like they're the melody to my life song. And when it comes to decision making, it's all about a heart-to-heart with myself. I know it sounds lame, and I often ask myself, am I being true to my values of kindness and fairness? If something feels off, it's back to the drawing board. Practicing self-awareness is a game changer. I have to tell you, it's about embracing who I am, the good, the bad, and everything in between. Sure, I got this knack for understanding others, but patience with myself? That's my work in progress. Recognizing and working on this has been a huge part of my growth, my personal growth, and is about loving the whole package, every strength and every flaw. Because that's what being authentic is all about, isn't it? Overcoming the fear of judgment. Okay, so let's talk about a huge roadblock of being our true selves. The fear of judgment. It's like this shadow that follows us around, right? Being ourselves, showing our true, real colors, it can be downright intimidating because, well, who isn't afraid of being judged? But here's the cool twist. Harvard's Amy Cuddy says that authenticity isn't just good for the soul. It actually makes us more likable and trustworthy. That's right. Being real wins hearts. Let me repeat that. Being real wins hearts. Confronting this fear, though, that's where the real challenge lies. Take me, for instance. There are times I worry people won't think I'm smart enough. It's paralyzing. But then I hit the pause button and switch to narrative. I remind myself, I try to remind myself, hey, we're all human. We all have our insecurities. And just like that, with some work, things start to look a bit different and a little bit more manageable. Now, opening up, being vulnerable, It is tough, but oh so freeing. I once shared my fear of failing with a friend, and guess what? She had been there too. In sharing our fears, we realized we weren't alone. There's power in that, in discovering that our fears are universal. And now I'm embracing curiosity like never before. Instead of running from my fears, I'm learning to explore them, to understand them. Every time I delve into my doubts or share them, it's like I'm on this voyage of self-discovery. It's not just a step, it's a whole journey, and it's teaching me more about myself every single day. You know that fear of judgment I talked about earlier? Well, let me tell you, it's been a bit of a roadblock for me, especially with a project that's super close to my heart, writing a guide on emotional intelligence. For years, I've been buried in research, constantly preparing myself with just hesitating. And when I mean years, I mean like 5 years at least. But here's the thing. Diving into the world of EQ has completely flipped my perspective on life. It's like unlocking a secret code to understanding people, especially ourselves. And honestly, I believe it's a giant leap towards world peace. I said it. I believe it's a giant leap to world peace. Now, imagine if we all got this wisdom as kids. I keep thinking about how much more confident and self-assured I would have been, not afraid of being looked down upon. But hey, life's a journey, right? These past few months has been nothing short of a wild adventure. I had to give myself a good pep talk, shake off those feelings of unworthiness, and guess what? I finally did it. I completed the guide, guys. I'm buzzing with excitement to share it with all of you soon. Keep your eyes peeled for its release in the next month or so. It's titled EQ Unlocked, a guide to mastering emotional intelligence for the modern mind. My hope? That it'll make life just a little more dang better for each and every one of you. Enjoying what you're hearing? Fantastic! To make sure you're always in the loop with the latest episode, just hit that subscribe button. Your support makes all the difference. And hey, this podcast thrives because of awesome listeners like you. So a big shout out for that. And of course, I'm on Instagram. Find and follow me at Christine_Dang. Lastly, looking for more information on what we discussed today? Just cruise on over to thedangoodshow.com, click on the episode you're curious about, and voila! Access to the show notes. Now, without further ado, let's jump back into the show. Building authentic relationships. Ever wonder where the real magic in relationships happens? It's all about those authentic connections. I stumbled upon this fascinating study in the Journal of Social and Personal Relationships that totally backed this up. It turns out when our interactions are genuine, they pave the way for deeper, more meaningful connections. So, how do we build these authentic relationships? Well, it all starts with heartfelt, genuine communication. Picture this. A friend of mine once opened up to her husband about needing more quality time together. She was so worried that he may think less of her or as being too needy. And guess what? That honest conversation brought them closer than ever before. It's incredible how sharing our true thoughts and feelings can bridge gaps and deepen connections. And for those of you who have experienced negative consequences of being truthful, it's possible that the person you're communicating with is not on the same mental or emotional frequency as you. They can only understand things based on their own level of understanding and perceptions. Now, let's talk about the power of active listening. It's like the superpower we all have. When my sister or my friends confide in me with their struggles, I do more than just hear their words. I tune into their emotions, the stories behind their words. This isn't just listening, it's understanding on a whole new level, and it really strengthens our connection. And then there's this beautiful thing about embracing our differences. Take my old coworkers from past jobs, for instance. We're like night and day in our views. But here's the cool part. Instead of clashing, we respect and understand our differences. And you know what? It's added so much richness to our conversations. It goes to show how much we can grow and enrich our relationships by simply acknowledging and celebrating what makes each of us unique. When we put our ego aside and pride, out emerges peace. Let me say that again. When we put our ego and pride aside, out emerges peace. Authenticity in the digital age. Let's dive into something we all grapple with in our digital lives, staying authentic amidst a sea of perfectly curated online personas. Ever feel like what you see online is just a series of highlight reels, and the real, raw stories are left untold? Yeah, I've been thinking true authenticity in our digital world hinges on honesty and genuine connections. It's not just about those picture-perfect moments. It's about also sharing the real, unfiltered experiences, the challenges and the not-so-glamorous bits. That's where the real connection happens, right? Navigating social media without losing yourself in the comparison game is quite the feat. It's like walking a tightrope sometimes, but here's what keeps me balanced. Reminding myself that my path is unique. Whenever I start comparing my journey to someone else's glossy feed, I take a step back and remember, my story is mine alone, and that's its beauty. And how about the way we interact online? It's so much more than just double tapping or a quick share. Lately, I've been leaning into more meaningful interactions, like leaving a comment that's a true reflection of my thoughts, or sending a message that's genuinely supportive. It's these little things, these little genuine exchanges that turns our online spaces into communities of real connection and support. Living authentically every day. So, every day is a new chapter in the story of living authentically. It's not just some lofty idea. It's a vibrant day-to-day adventure. Each morning, I wake up and challenge myself with a question. How can I be more authentically me today? It's like setting the stage for a day of genuine self-expression. Take, for example, these moments in meetings where I feel a bit hesitant. I push myself to speak up, to share my ideas because they matter and they deserve to be heard. But being true to oneself goes beyond just words. It's about aligning our actions with our deepest values, the one that really make our hearts sing. For me, that means creating content that goes beyond just being informative. I pour my heart into sharing insights on social and emotional intelligence, areas that I have profoundly shaped who I am. My journey, with all its ups and downs, have ignited a fire in me to support others who are on similar paths. Creating and sharing this content, it's my way of reaching out, of saying, hey, you're not alone in this. Every podcast, every post, every piece of advice is a part of my soul, crafted to encourage growth, spark awareness, and bring a little more light into someone's journey. Honesty in my interactions is another cornerstone of my authenticity. It's about being real, even when it's tough. Like the other day, I had to tell a friend how their words hurt me. It wasn't easy, but it was so necessary. These moments of honesty don't just help me stay true to myself, they deepen and strengthen my relationships. So it's all about how you interact with your friend as well. Are you compassionate and not showing too much anger as well? So here's to living authentically, to taking those daily steps to bring us closer to our true selves. Every day is an opportunity to be real, to be you, and to make this journey as authentic and enriching as it can be. And that's a wrap, my dear friends. As we step boldly into this new year, Let's make it all about embracing the full spectrum of who we are. It's a celebration of every facet of our existence, the joy, the challenges, and the sheer beauty of being human. A huge thank you for walking this path with me today. Keep shining your unique, incredible way. Each step you take towards being your authentic self is a step towards a life that's truly and wonderfully yours. Remember, this is just a journey. It's an adventure without a fixed destination. So, until we meet again on The Dang Good Show, keep it real, stay true to yourself, and spread the love. This is C. Dang signing out with a heart full of gratitude. Stay amazing, everyone. Thank you for joining us on The Dang Good Show. Remember to swing by our website, thedangoodshow.com, where you can easily subscribe on platforms like Apple, Google, and Spotify to keep up with our latest episodes. Loved what you heard today? A thumbs up and a positive review on your favorite listening platform would be incredibly appreciated. And if our show struck a chord with you, sharing it with just one friend can help our community grow and thrive. Thanks once more for lending your ears to me on The Dang Good Show. Until we meet again, take care and goodbye.